everyone. I'm Rimjhim Misra Chaturvedi, Senior Nutritionist, Lifestyle Expert, and the head of the Fertility Vertical at Team Loop. Today we are here to talk about estrogen and fertility. You would have often heard people talk about progesterone with regards to fertility. However, when it comes to fertility, we cannot undermine the role played by estrogen. So, before you make any changes, it is important to first get the hormonal levels checked, getting your hormone test done, and then make the necessary changes. So, I often have clients coming to me and telling me that they would like to boost their progesterone levels. Well, we have to maintain an adequate balance between estrogen and progesterone, and estrogen plays a very vital role when it comes to fertility, which cannot be ignored. So let us have a look as to what is estrogen. Estrogen is a hormone produced in the body that helps in the development of physical and sexual characteristics and helps with reproductive activity. In women, most of the estrogen is produced by the ovaries, while a small amount is also produced by the adrenal glands and fat cells. In men, it is produced in the testes, brain, and fat cells. There are three types of estrogen, namely estradiol, which is E2, estriol, which is E3, and estrone, which is E1. So, estradiol or E2 is present from menarche, which is the age at which a girl starts her menses, till menopause. And it is responsible for the development and maintenance of reproductive tissues and helps regulate the menstrual cycle. In men, estradiol is essential for modulating libido, erectile function, and spermatogenesis. The second kind of estrogen, which is estriol or E3, increases during pregnancy and it plays an important role during pregnancy because it is believed to protect the fetus from the damage caused by other forms of this hormone. Coming on to the third part of type of estrogen, which is estrone or E1, the levels of this kind of estrogen increases during menopause and it is responsible for maintaining the health of the reproductive tissues post menopause. In men, higher levels of estrone are associated with an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. So after having seen what is estrogen and where is it produced, let us see the functions of estrogen in the body. So estrogen helps in the development and regulation of reproductive tissues. It impacts bone health and also helps in maintaining bone health in women post menopause. It helps in the regulation of BP and cholesterol levels. It helps in regulating and maintaining proper menstrual cycle. It also impacts the health of the urinary tract, heart, blood vessels, bone, breast, skin, hair, mucous membranes, pelvic muscles, and brain. Estrogen also helps with pregnancy progression and birth recovery. It also impacts cognitive health, moods, and in men, like we discussed earlier, it helps with spermatogenesis. When there is adequate level of estrogen in men and adequate levels of testosterone, it helps in maturation of sperms. It also impacts erectile function and libido. And besides impacting the reproductive health, it also helps in sexual development and impacts neurological, cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, and immune system of the body. So these are the ways in which estrogen impacts the entire body. Now let us have a closer look as to how estrogen impacts fertility. Well, talking about fertility, estrogen plays a twofold role in women when it comes to fertility. Firstly, it is necessary for ovulation to occur. If the levels of estrogen are too low, then it will impact ovulation and ovulation may not occur. Secondly, it is important for maintaining the health of the uterus and endometrium. Endometrium is the inner lining of the uterus. If the levels of estrogen are too low, this would impact the growth of the endometrium. And if the lining is very thin, it may be difficult for a fertilized egg to implant itself. In men, like we discussed earlier, it impacts spermatogenesis, erectile function, as well as libido. So these are the ways in which estrogen impacts fertility in men and women. So how can somebody have low levels of estrogen? Well, there are different causes for low levels of estrogen, like, lifestyle factors like diet, excessive exercise, or certain health conditions, treatment, genetics, or surgical removal of ovaries can also lead to lower levels of estrogen. So you must be wondering, what are the signs of low estrogen to watch out for? Well, some signs that one can watch out for or look out for are dry skin, tender breast, weak brittle bones, trouble concentrating, low mood or mood swings or moodiness, and even irritability for that matter, vaginal dryness and atrophy, hot flashes and night sweats. In fact, even menses can get impacted in a way that one can have irregular periods or no periods at all. One can have trouble sleeping, fatigue, weight gain, especially around the belly, headaches before or during periods, decreased sex drive, and painful intercourse. These are some signs and symptoms of low estrogen in women. In men, it can lead to increased belly fat, low libido, bone loss, osteoporosis, and impact gut health as well. So, how can one boost estrogen levels? Well, medically, one can undergo hormone replacement therapy, also known as HRT, but there is much, much more that can be done through lifestyle changes as well. So, in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle, one must look at correcting your sleep pattern. Not only should one get adequate sleep, but also be sleeping at proper time. Food wise, we can add certain phytoestrogen compounds like isoflavones, quercetin, lignin, resveratrol, folic acid, vitamin B, especially B2, B6. They help with boosting estrogen levels. Vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin A rich foods, certain fruits like berries, apples, oranges, nuts and seeds, certain kinds of pulses, legumes like chickpeas, green tea, and even dark chocolate and certain herbs can help in boosting the estrogen levels. So after having gone through what is estrogen, its functions, in case we experience any of the above discussed symptoms on a regular basis, it would be helpful to check the hormone levels and get in touch with a qualified health practitioner to work on the lifestyle and nutrition changes to help in boosting the levels. Thanks for taking out the time to watch this video. Hope this helps you in your fertility journey. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care is all about you.